I'm out here at my base camp for our elk hunt. We're doing this here in Colorado. First rifle. It's been a great time so far. We're about halfway through our trip, but I want to kind of give you guys an update. I've kind of went through some gear videos and some things that I've learned, and I'll probably be adding some more on there. You know, I know I'm in my scree gear right now. You know, they've done a great job on what they have for their products. I'm really trying it out and see if I like it this year, and it's been awesome so far. But I'm actually in their ptarmigan super down jacket and their pants, and we're going to try sleeping this tonight with a light sleeping blanket and try that out. But hey, I wanted to continue on here and let you guys know what's going on with my elk trip. So I didn't really tell you guys what happened, what hasn't happened. So I just want to go and start off right here is I got my first elk. So I am so excited, so happy. Now, the experience of that was great, awesome. We had a plan with my two buddies that were with us, and we were sitting there, you know, we've been doing a lot of different movements, trying to find where the elk are at. We set up spike camp a few miles away. Then we actually went out 2 more miles additional to that. So we were probably over 4.5 miles out. So for me, for first time elk hunting, not being in the best shape in the world, that was a lot for me. And, you know, we actually got onto some cow elk, and we saw them on the side of a ridge. Now, we were on one side of the ridge. There was a creek. There's another side of the ridge, and it was 45-degree slope on one side of the creek, and on the other side of the creek was blow down, and the creek was so difficult to get down and around to, you know, traverse that. So just, I'll tell you, a very difficult situation there. But, you know, we actually got on the elk, and we started hearing the some bugling going on, and we're like, where's the bull at? He wasn't out there, but you know, we saw a mama cow and we saw a calf that was with her on the elk, and you know, we didn't know what was going on, but what we were doing, my friend of mine, where each of us were going to go on the north side and we're going to go on the south side. They were on a rock bluff all behind them, so they had nowhere to go back behind us. So the one guy was going to keep on scouting for us on the ridge that we were originally scouting from. Me and my friend went on opposite sides, north and south, and he started heading down and got down to the creek on a steep embankment. And I was going up north on, you know, on this side of the creek. But when I got about halfway where I was going to go to, I was continually glassing and scoping over there, and you know, trying to figure out, you know, if I could see the elk. And then the bull started bugling again, and that time he actually came out in the opening. It was an awesome experience. Didn't have very much time. I got a little short video in here of like I took right after the place that I shot the elk through a couple of just trees that were out there, and just very small little gap. But you know, I was able to put it on. It was around 365 yards. So for me, I was really, really happy, because before this year, I probably never really took that long of a shot, and you know, never really had to back in Missouri for whitetail and all the other hunting I've done. But, you know, I did a lot of practicing, shooting at 200, 300, 400, even hitting the 6-inch steel target at 500 yards 2 times in a row. So I was pretty confident in my shot at 365. And now it was 365 straight line, but when you're talking about walking there down through the creek and up to each side of the ridges on there, you know, I would say it was probably closer to 800 yards, 1,000 yards on the distance there, especially zigzagging through all that blowdown on the other side to get to the elk. But anyways, I want to get back to the story. Had a great shot on him. Double lunged him on the first shot. He poked his head up hard and was sitting there, and I couldn't tell if I got him, you know, or not. But he put a second shot on him just to make sure. But you know, he just immediately fell right after that, and I didn't see him fall because of, you know, after the gun shock. And I looked back and I didn't see him. But I got with my buddy that was scoping up on scouting out and glassing for us on the ridge. And no, sure enough, he said, yeah, he went down. So we got all of us together. We went across there, pretty steep embankments to get across there. Took us a little bit to find him. You know, I had it, you know, videoed exactly where I knew it was at. I saw the trees and the structure. So took us a few minutes to find him. But once we found him, there he was, man, a 6x6 bull elk. I'll show you the pictures in here. And I'll tell you, for a first year rookie that's never been elk hunting before, you know, all my friends are giving me a hard time because it's like, oh, you're just luck, you know, come on, Kurt, you couldn't do that. But, you know, hey, I really appreciate everybody getting me here. I appreciate all the support. You know, I've had the Guide 970, the Combat Cowboy, and, you know, everybody else. I mean, there's been so many people that have, you know, given me help and tips and comments and Todd, a friend of mine, he's also helped me a lot, and some comments as well too. But I just want to say I appreciate everybody. I appreciate God and my family allowing me to come out here and spend the time with some friends. And it was, I'll tell you, pulling that elk across the creek and getting the quarters and everything done. That was an experience of a lifetime, but it was very, very difficult. And I'll say it is not for the faint of heart to do that type of work. We did contact a guide service that was able to horseback the elk the rest of the way out for us, that 4.5-mile trip, and brought it back to base camp for us. So that was really helpful on that. So we had that guide service and able to get them to bring that back to base camp, and we were really excited. So we got it all cut up. We got the meat on ice, and we had to move some coolers around and rearrange some stuff to get enough. So I probably put that in the other video, but make sure you bring plenty of coolers. Make sure you bring plenty of storage tubs, even extra empty ones. Just stack them inside of each other. That way, whenever you're needing that extra space, you can just unstack them and use the content. So that's going to be a tip for me for next time I come out here. Make sure I have maybe an extra big cooler, and make sure I stack my tubs together, even though I don't need that extra space. When I get here, I can move some stuff around and have that extra space. So again, I'm going to try to show you some more videos and more pictures of, the elk after I got it. But I'll tell you, I am so excited. I am so blessed to have great friends that, come out here with me and to help me, teach me what I, about elk hunting and respecting it. And, I just want to say we respect the animals, and we respect the ability to come out here and take meat home for our family. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And make sure you like, subscribe, and if you guys want to check out my link in my profile, you can get some great discounts on some great gear and some other material as well too. So thanks a lot. Appreciate you guys following along. Until next time, God bless you.